Hey Libra, welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is your October 2025 read for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. Check out your placements to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. The Oracle's not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will. Therefore, you make the best decision for you and those involved. If you're cross-watching or you yourself, Libra, feel that the roles are in the reverse, please reverse them, take what applies, and leave what doesn't. It's a general reading, not a private reading, so it may resonate, may not resonate. Please be aware of that. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating. It is greatly appreciated. All right, Libra. You have the Three of Pentacles as your overall energy, collaborating with someone, working together, working on something. You have the Three of Cups. All right. You have 3 in the overall, 3 in the current. Let's see what this is. 3 of Cups. This is a celebration, having a good time, a get together. The challenge is the Strength card. Could be a Leo energy. The challenge could be, I don't know if it's strength, bravery, or holding back. You have the Four of Cups in the foundation. There's something here that you're dissatisfied with. And I was going to say before, you know, the 2 3s that showed up, maybe this is a third party situation. It can be. Because the way that this is looking to me is with this Four of Cups, this dissatisfaction, this is never going to change. And then the challenge being not being able to hold back. We'll see. When we clarify, you have stress in the past position. Could be thinking about a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or you have that in your chart. You could also have in your mind trying to get emotionally balanced, secure, maybe keeping your feelings to yourself. But again, we'll clarify. You have the Chariot, Cancer energy as your outcome. So that is movement forward. Let's see what this Three of Pentacles is. The Seven of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Six of Cups, Empress at the bottom of the deck. You're resisting something from the past. You're trying to avoid this. You're trying to push this away, and I think it's feelings here. Because it seems like working on something, like everything is okay, you know, I'm trying to do my best, I'm putting in the effort I need to put in with this. And for some of you, what you're working on, if that doesn't resonate with whoever else, this is trying to push away anything that seems like sneaky behavior and getting back to a place that's much more emotionally balanced, genuine, etc. All right, what is this Three of Cups? I don't like this because I get such a strong third party feeling. You have the Two of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. For some of you currently, what you're trying to do is just enjoy life. There might have been a relationship that's on pause with this Two of Cups, Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Trying to really maybe even find security with friends and the things that you have to do that bring joy. Yeah, Nine of Cups. But it still kind of links back to that Six of Cups. Nine of Cups, Three of Cups, that there's a Six of Cups there. Nine of Cups, Two of Cups would be a Seven of Cups. Maybe feeling like emotionally overwhelmed, or maybe even confused, or maybe trying to look at other options. Why is the Strength card here as your challenge? The Emperor, Aries energy. The Two of Wands, the Three of Wands, Page of Pentacles. I feel like the challenge here is waiting on something. You don't want to hold back on something, whether it's making a decision or for someone to make a decision. Maybe to hear from someone. Four of Cups, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Devil. Capricorn energy. This seems like an insecurity within oneself, because Nine of Pentacles and the Devil card, both of those cards together can represent a codependency. Because it seems like when there's a focus on oneself, what you have to do, when there is a reliance on self, things start to turn well. However, this Devil card is here. So it's almost like running back to the devil kind of thing. And it's leaving you feeling dissatisfied, like things aren't going to change. And to be quite honest, I can't with... When I see, and even when I talk about third-party situations, I feel so strongly about it, how it's pointless. It's really just a need for, or cry for validation, and you're not going to get anywhere. If you are the third party, ask yourself, why are you in a situation that would require somebody to make a decision to leave something else, okay, that they're clearly not like, okay, yeah, I'm going to leave it because it's terrible or whatever. No, there's something there where they either think they can fix it, whether they're comfortable, or whether, whatever. So it's almost like trying to subconsciously confirm that you're not good enough. There's this deep, almost desperation for somebody to prove that you are worth them leaving their comfort, them leaving something that they were secure in and perhaps not secure in anymore, something that they find difficult, and choose you. I am chosen because I am good enough. If you are the person, this is if you resonate with this, because this, I get such a strong feeling of third party. And I feel like, because normally when I say third party, I always think, it doesn't have to be that it's another person. It could just be, like the third party could be someone's addiction or someone's work takes priority over the connection. But this one feels like there's another person. If you are the person that has multiple individuals, what for? What for? One is already enough. One is already enough to focus on. And isn't there, like, that's also like a feeling of validation and good enough, because, oh, I have two individuals or multiple individuals that want me. It's both of these positions stem from a sense of insecurity. And then you have the other one, the innocent party, who is, excuse the language, getting fucked both ways, and not in a good way. It's unfair for that individual, because maybe they are trying to patch things up. Maybe they are trying, or let's say they're not trying. Maybe they've been complacent. Maybe they don't care and they're in it because they're comfortable too. At that point, that's also like self-worth. Now, obviously, different story if they don't know what's going on. Oh my goodness. All these cards just flew out. All right, so I'm going to take it. And we have the Six of Swords, the Four of Wands. Where's the other card? Five of Swords is here too. Give me a second. fell over there. Hold on. What was the card? It was the 9 of Cups. And I feel like this is exactly talking about what I just said. 6 of Swords, 9 of Swords, there's a 3 of Swords there. I'm sorry. There's a 3 of Swords there. You have 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups. So 6 of Swords, 4 of Wands, 9 of Cups. This is moving on to something secure, where you feel wanted, where you feel happy, but there's been a lot of stress there. Now, this could also be thinking, is this going to move anywhere where there is this sense of security and getting what I want? Why is the King of Cups on your mind? What is this? This could go vice versa. Maybe you're a Libra listening in and you're like, yep, that's what I'm dealing with, but it's the other way around. The Sun, more Leo energy. The 10 of Pentacles and the Moon card, King of Wands. You could absolutely be dealing with a fire sign, an Aries, Sag, Leo. Maybe they have it somewhere in their chart. If that is not the case, they could have this behavior of fire sign, which is like this passionate excitement, could be fickle energy. Anyway, Sun, 10 of Pentacles, Moon. There is a lack of clarity with this. I'm even going to go as far as to say that there are subconscious fears of maybe even letting something like this enter. And I say that because when you're in a situation, for example, as a third party situation with another person, there isn't really that much hope that something secure is going to be made out of that. Let's say the person does leave the other person for you. There's still going to be that lingering energy of it can happen to you too. You know, like that saying, once a cheater, always a cheater type of thing. But again, it's to fulfill that sense of validation. Oh, they left this individual for me. And that makes me feel important. That makes me feel like I matter. I'm good enough. I'm a priority. And then you have this relationship with this person. For one, why was it going south, the other relationship? Is there maybe some qualities that that person has that hasn't been shown to you? Because it's such fantasy land being in a third party situation, and so heartbreaking at the same time, because you're not getting a full scope. Because in a relationship, you know, everyone could be nice. You could be nice to a stranger. But when shit hits the fan, that's what matters. Is this my ride or die? Is this somebody I can rely on, I can depend on? When you're falling apart, is that person present? When they're falling apart, can you provide the same of what it is that you want? Is it a mutual thing? So that is always, how do you know a relationship is good or it's going to work out? Well, because you have to answer the tough questions. You have to know someone when things are not good. You know, it's like when you care about something. I'm going to give a very simple example. If you have a toy, right? And the toy gets broken, do you take the time and effort to fix it? Do you set time after doing what you need to do to fix this, to make it brand new? Do you take care? And then when you do fix it, are you taking care of it so it doesn't happen again? Or is the toy something like, oh man, it broke, and now it's discarded, it's left in the corner, or it goes to the trash, or whatever. I apologize for the cat. Right. And I don't want to pick him up because I don't know if he's going to scratch me or bite me or something. Not that he's a terrible cat. He's not mine. All right. Let's see. What is this Chariot? Now, I also feel like on your mind, you're looking for something that's emotionally secure. But that Moon card is there, which creates confusion. It creates lack of clarity. 6 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. There's 7 of Swords there in between. And you have the Judgment at the bottom. So I feel like your outcome is that something does happen, something does move forward, but something does also become clear, and it might leave you feeling a little bit trapped and stuck. King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, the 5 of Cups, and the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, this kind of like confirms exactly what I just said. Can you provide the same that I'm giving you? There's, because of this King of Pentacles, he is the meaning is providing for. The 5 of Cups is sadness, disappointment, regret, a yearning, and 5 of Pentacles is lack. Now, you may have new love coming in with this Ace of Cups. If that is not the case, this may be some sort of return, considering that I saw the Judgment card. The Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Page of Pentacles. I don't like that. And then, yeah, 5 of Swords. No wonder. Because it goes from a page, it goes from a knight to a page. So it kind of like level goes down. I do feel like something is communicated. Something does move forward slowly, possibly. I don't know. If there is some sort of new beginning or a hope with something, I feel like you get into this mode of feeling more confident. And to be honest, with the Hermit card that just showed up, this is more somebody who keeps to themselves, who does some sort of introspection, who shines a bit of wisdom onto the situation. So I think you start to see things clearly. And that 8 of Swords might leave you feeling trapped. This seems very specific. Temperance, 8 of Wands, and the Hierophant. So with patience, okay, something starts to move. Now, I feel like this is a separate situation. Okay, something is communicated to you, or you get some sort of idea and things start to flow. There is a sense of security that you start to build for yourself. And for some of you, it's in regards to work, perhaps maybe even a move. I don't know, maybe you become religious, or you, something like that with this Hierophant. Yeah, maybe a sense of self-worth. You might even realize that a situation has been holding you back. All right. This was so specific, Libra. Well, for the 0.05% of people that resonated with this, what is the advice and clarity for you? And then I'm also going to take out some brutally honest messages for you. But that will be in the short section. I will not do it in this video. Yeah, I'm forcing you to go to the short section. Sorry. All right, so you have perception and insecurity. Perception and insecurity. So perception says, a young princess wanders into an untended garden. As she claws through the decaying undergrowth, she finds a brilliant emerald stone. The stone speaks and tells the princess to open an old wooden door. She enters a dark corridor and the door slams shut. Afraid, she moves forward until her hand falls upon another door. It opens to reveal the same garden she left behind. Only now it is beautiful, filled with flowers, butterflies, and birds. It's magnificent and familiar. Often our journey brings us full circle, leaving us to wonder why things happen. Emerald Stone teaches us to follow through on whatever is before us. Going back is not an option. What in my life needs tending? How good will I allow myself to feel? Keywords are transformation in the heart, change in perception, the unknown, promise of a richer experience, beauty, open-heartedness, and appreciation. It also says, Emerald offers a regal ability to see things differently and the chance of embracing transformation. There's an ability to attract wealth here if you have an open heart. So definitely a message of more money. For some of you, this could be a work situation that you're dealing with, that you're dissatisfied with, that brings you stress or has brought you stress, and you're trying to keep it together and you can't see if this is going to be something that potentially makes you more money or that brings in this security. There is some sort of change that's coming. And it might, I don't know what it is. That Ace of Swords does represent clarity. Something is said. I don't know. If this is in regards to money, work, I feel like you don't see it, but something better comes out of it. Whether it's something brand new or whether the situation itself changes because you change your perspective. All right, what is insecurity? Insecurity. Bob is an inventor, yet never finishes anything, always giving up on his projects, convinced they are useless. One day he finishes something and is elated until a demon appears taunting him. The demon Red Rainbow is comprised of our greatest fears. In a dream, Bob discovers that he can distinguish between real and imagined fears. The demon Red Rainbow can no longer stop him from realizing his dreams. Miraculous changes lie ahead. Life always takes a turn for the better when we face our demons. Stay on course. Trust that an ally will appear. The gift of adversity is never given without the ability to overcome it. Do I listen to my fear? How can I tap into my courage? Key ideas are being courageous. Interesting that a strength card was the challenge. Facing adversity, finding tremendous power within, undervaluing your contribution, freedom, bravery, and success. And there is a little more. Libra, are you just trying to please everyone? Are you trying to, the typical what we would say about Libra, which is not only Libra. It's clearly an individual with, and no judgment. I'd probably fall on that boat too, when you're trying to do everything to appease or to look a certain way, like you're reliable, like you're perfect, like, whatever. It is pushing away from being that same for yourself. So insecurity says, energy turned within can lead to fear and stagnation. Courage is necessary if you are to be fearless and move forward. This is a message to grow up inside into a greater energy and to invoke courage from the angels to progress. So there's something here that is changing for you, Libra. And for some of you, maybe it's even like it's not necessarily the situation, but your perception, and you start to see things differently, and that changes. And that allows you to, leave a situation that's toxic or It allows you to do things differently for the situation itself to change. And if it doesn't, you can see clearly that, hey, even when I change my perspective, my approach to it, my actions, it still remains the same. Then when you're in that clear mode, you can distinguish, like the Hermit here, whether this is something you want to keep entertaining or not. It's almost like the fruit is ripe, so it's easier to bite into as opposed to it being hard before. Does that make sense? I think it may not have made sense, but whatever. So, Libra, courage. Courage, Libra. You're clearly, there's a lot of 9s here as well, and the Hermit card showed up. That's number 9. This is very much about the self. Very much about you being reliable for you. What can you do? And whatever else matches that energy, fantastic. And whatever doesn't, you're so confident and so clear-minded that you're like, oh, okay, yeah, well, that doesn't resonate with me, so bye. All right, Libra, do check out the short section. I will be reading some badass messages from the Rebel deck. And it says, the Oracle with Attitude, 0 filter, 0 fucks, all fun. So be sure to check that out. I will be posting that in a few minutes. Okay? So, Libra, if it resonated, let me know down in the comments down below. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.